Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Federico Talks Watches. Today, I'm once again answering some of your questions, such as what is the cheapest pre-owned Rolex you can buy, and is Tudor actually better than Rolex? All that and way more in today's episode. Now, of course, before we get started, customary wristwatch check. Today, I'm wearing my Breitling Chronomat Evolution from the early 2000s. I was just feeling it today. And also, guys, just an update, we are still dropping a ton of watches at delraywatch.com. Three of our biggest highlights include a Rolex Datejust 41mm two-tone Jubilee on Champagne, the remake of the iconic 80s model, but in a larger size. We also got in an Omega Speedmaster Olympic with the white lacquer dial, under $3,000, well under $3,000. That could scratch your itch for the new Seamaster for, I don't know, about a third of the price roughly. But it's an older model from the 2000s, very hard to find. And one of my favorite watches of all time, and if someone doesn't buy it, I'm going to end up keeping it, the Vacheron Constantin Historique Triple Calendar with the teardrop lugs, the cream dial, the red text. This is one of the most beautiful watches ever made with the manual movement. I absolutely adore it. All at delraywatch.com, the best place for a watch geek to buy a watch. Link in the description below. Anyway, guys, these are the questions you ask me on my Instagram account at Federico Talks Watches. A few times a month, the Q&A picture pops up. When I get enough questions under the picture, I take it down. Please do not DM me. I do not check them. And in no particular order, we start with Evan Kajan. And he says, "Hey Fed, big fan." Thank you, Evan. "Thanks for all you do. Teddy Baldassar opened up a retail store. Would you ever consider doing that?" Well, first of all, congratulations to Teddy. That is quite the feat, and I wish him nothing but success. Unfortunately, though, that is not something I would ever do. Having worked retail in the watch industry and also wholesale, so selling to retail stores, the business is just not for me. I don't want to be beholden to the brands and their demands to buy inventory displayed a certain way. The costs of running a retail operations are very high, and I honestly think the internet is the future. Not to say Teddy's not going to be massively successful, because if anybody can do it, it's him, but it's a business I know extremely well, and I absolutely hate, and that is the brick and mortar retail business. Junior Galinsky: "Will Tudor always be in the shadow of Rolex? In other words, do you think there's a chance for Tudor for one day to be more prestigious than Rolex?" No. 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 Absolutely not. Rolex owns Tudor. Tudor is designed to be the cheaper Rolex. Rolex is designed to be the prestige brand. That is not going to change unless Rolex wants it to. And why would they want it to? Mike Felice: "What is the cheapest pre-owned men's Rolex you can get at the moment? Looking to buy my first one, but don't have a big budget." Well, I don't necessarily recommend this one, even though I do like it. I think it's the Rolex Oyster Precision. It's a vintage model. You can get it all the way up to, I think, the 80s. 34 millimeters, oyster case, oyster bracelet. It still has a date. You can get them for about $2,000, roughly, a little higher, a little lower. A little small for a lot of guys, but if you can pull it off, great. If not, you could always go with like a vintage 1601 Datejust. Those can't hurt either. But buying the cheapest of something just because you want something is not generally a good strategy. However, if you like the Oyster Precision, then I say go for it. Matt91: "What's the perfect low-profile watch snob watch to wear traveling that wouldn't get you robbed?" This is a great question, because it's a question I've asked myself many times, because I do a lot of traveling. I've answered that question with myself by buying a Nomos Tangomat GMT. Highly functional travel watch with the functions I want, very reliable, and nobody knows what a Nomos is. Another great choice, which I just ordered for myself, is the exact same version of the Creedor I have on my website, a Creedor Pacifique retrograde. Bracelet watch, so you can wear it in hot and cold climates, 100-meter water resistance. Nobody knows what a Creedor is. It's also not particularly expensive as far as luxury watches goes, and the functions are perfect for traveling. You can answer this question in a million ways, but those are my two answers. And last but not least, Laos Jesulius, I definitely mispronounced that. Would you ever sell all or a great part of your collection to buy one Grail watch? Yes, absolutely, if I had that in mind. A watch collection is ever evolving. You can always replace them, maybe not for the same price, and maybe not if it has sentimental attachment, of course, but I have no problem with an evolving watch collection, with consolidating. As long as you get enjoyment out of it, you do it the way that makes you happy. Anyway, guys, that's it for me today. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Really does help. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more content. And of course, I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.